It's almost like you're playing a video game. You know what I mean? And then the prize is your sanity. Word.
Today on 2K TV postseason.
My defense will be a little too much for me.
Ha! Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it. Ha, 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 ha. Come on with it. With it. Come on with it. With it.
Me and you getting it on, don't even go.
Come on with it.
Once I bring it to you, you won't be safe nowhere.
More levels, more devils. Diesel, airing out the stage like a Neville. Brother, leave you. Dot on your face for no good reason at all. We in a bad place. Ha, ha. Hip hop is separated by the nice and the nice not. Underground and I'm ice hot. What rap my age to keep the mic hot? Ha, ha. Couple hip hop butter beans. Big sluggers move with me, it's a gutter team. I love women who know the boom from the back. OG still could fill a room when he rap. Mike blessing in a recession is food giving back to occupy labels that move, didn't wax now. Here come Bumpy on the Primo track to represent hip hop from where we go back.
Come on with it.
Me and you getting it on, don't even go there.
I'm coming home. New York City, baby. I'll be honest, I'm pretty excited. Mama, Pops, and Cece, yeah, they're gonna be there. Playing in front of them in the NBA uniform for the first time is gonna be a special moment for me. Now, I know all of Harlem's gonna be watching. No pressure, right? It's all good, though. I've been waiting for this my entire life. And I'll be ready.
Brooklyn, the home of the Nets, in a fine Eastern Conference affair here at Barclays Center. And it's back to Detroit for the Pistons at the conclusion of today's game. This is a team showing a better record this year over last. This was their goal, and it's coming to fruition so far.
And I think for the Pistons, they've looked very solid here to start the season. What's surprised me the most is just how much confidence this group is playing with.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Greg. I mean, that mental toughness bodes well, very well, for them once we get later into the season.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. The Nets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. There's a screen by Robinson. Jack against Jackson. And Jack, here we go. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
What handles? He broke the D down to the ground with that move.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Brooklyn Nets.
Well, there haven't been many misses at the line for this group of players. This is how the shooting guards around the league stack up when it comes to free throw shooting in the past 10 games. And you look at Meeks, second in the NBA, so great from the line. And, of course, Freak.
We've gotten used to seeing a lot of terrific free throw shooters from the two-guard ranks, but even so, it shouldn't take away from what these players have been able to do up there.
Yeah, I don't care what their position is, guys. I mean, they deserve a bunch of credit for those numbers. Each one of them is just so clutch at the foul line.
Robinson with the block. Jack with it. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. Launches a three. No good from Jack. Drummond, a bit of a disappointing season last year. Not so much in play, but people wanted to see a bigger leap from him. Now, his numbers are still pretty jaw-dropping. Yeah. But I think he's got so much there to give.
He has a lot of potential, Kevin. And listen, I don't think his play was bad. He just had such huge expectations to live up to. I mean, player development is not a straight line, and it would have been very hard to have him take another huge leap forward. Sometimes you have that sophomore jinx. But I'm expecting a big year from him this season.
The Nets with the lead. Here's Kilpatrick. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Cleveland.
And I thought the contribution he made by just generating contact, getting to the line was outstanding, guys. I mean, he picked up a lot of points at the stripe. Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Here's Kilpatrick. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Clock at 6, and Jack, here we go. That's good. Jack's got his second basket of the night.
Check out these handles. That's rush hour handle. Not midday, not early morning. That's rush hour handle. That nasty spin just froze the defender.
Now here's Drummond. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Pass to Jack. Here's Kilpatrick. Here's Robinson. Banked in off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Nets lead.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Harris a screen on Jack. Jackson dishes to Harris. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Here's Hollis Jefferson looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Kilpatrick, defended by Brady. Here's Sims. The shot will not go. And it's Detroit the other way. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
And that result was no surprise because they played very loosely with the basketball.
They sure did. There's no question about it. And when you come out on the wrong end of the turnover battle, you're often going to be on the wrong end of the scoreboard as well, Greg. You know that.
And the Nets with possession here after the basket by Detroit. Here's Kilpatrick. Outside Jack. Shot from the top of the key. And the shot falls short this time.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And guys, when you go to look for holes in the game of Tobias Harris, there really aren't any. One of the hardest workers in our league. if he has any weakness at all, it's his average size speed combo, which most likely will keep him from becoming the perennial all-star type.
On the topic of Tobias Harris, you love that he can contribute in every category of play. He's a solid face-up shooter. Clark, he's getting better with his back to the basket. You can see movement forward all the time.
I love what this young man has shown thus far. You mentioned those things he does. He'll also rebound for you, get loose balls. He does the little things, understands what it takes to win, the consummate pro and team player.
Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Now here's Freak. G right on him. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Freak's got his second basket of the game. Nets trail by 4. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
To the wing right side. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Jack. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
And nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
To the left side wing. Meeks passes to Baines. And there's another one for the Pistons. 1:06 left here in the first quarter. Now Jack. He's got 6. And it's blocked by Brady. Now, here's Meeks. He dishes it to Freak. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Here's Kilpatrick. Feeds it to Jack. A second chance effort, and that's 2 points on the layup. Sims has got his first basket.
I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Over in the corner, Meeks. Freak kicks to Johnson. Freak dishes to Johnson. Expanding his range. Here's Baines, and he goes in for the dunk.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Yeah, those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
Yeah, they really hurt you. I mean, the defense forces a miss and then can't rebound it and finish off the defense. They're hanging their heads in their chest now.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Brooklyn Nets.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
A ton of good looks for him, Greg, on offense, and it's quality shots they're getting.
Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a loss to the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
Yeah, major problems at the charity stripe in that game. They just could not convert their free throws.
And that makes it hard to win, especially on the road. You get a chorus of about 20,000 yelling at you every time you put one off the rim. Boy, that's got to wear on you.
We got Donald Sloan. Young out there with Brook Lopez. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 spot. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Meeks passes to Brady from the arc, but they recover it. Nets trail by 8. In transition, here come the Nets.
Good, just like soup. A little more ferocious, though.
Okay, Clark approves, everybody.
Yeah, but that's how you finish strong. Young fella's wearing the rim out.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Here's Sloan, defended by Brady, and stolen by Freak. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Over to the wing. And Meeks kicks to Baines. And there's another one for the Pistons. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Pistons.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break. Wow, you don't see them make plays like that very often. That's a nice move there for the basket.
And really, last season was one of improvement for the Pistons. They were able to shoot the ball better and better as the season wore on. Overall, they cut out the little mistakes that had bothered them back in 14.
6 to shoot. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Playing smart offensively in the first half, no doubt about it.
Yeah, the numbers support it. I mean, they're shooting the much better percentage from the field so far.
All right, now, I want everyone here at the Barclays Center to welcome to the court your next dancers.
Andre Drummond's checked in for Detroit. Jackson comes in for Freak. Nets trail by 12. Outside check. Pass to Kilpatrick. Kicks to Bogdanovich. To the paint. Here's Robinson. 11 feet out, and he hits it. So it's Detroit now. And there's a minute 45 left now here in the second. Jackson drives in. Baines. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Jack against Jackson. Passes it to Kilpatrick. There's a screen by Robinson. And the pass to Kilpatrick. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. 4 on the shot clock. Jack inside the line. And it's off the back rim. No good.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Shots good by Baines.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this high.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Robinson sets a screen for Jack. Poke loose. Here's Kilpatrick. Rebound by the Pistons. Baines has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Jack against Jackson. 27 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Harris kicks to Jackson. Freak dishes to Drummond, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Nets trail by 14. And here is Jack. He's got 8. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that concludes the first half. Pistons lead by 14 and will return shortly.
Okay, that was some strong work in the first half. Let's talk about what we got to do to keep this crowd out of the game. Such a big part of the first half was the scoring punch we got off the bench. That gave us a whole other element that they just didn't have the ability to deal with. Something I did like? Well, a bunch of times we forced a turnover that led directly to a bucket. I wouldn't mind seeing that happen a few more times after the half. And in this half, I want us quick to get out on the break.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same. Both teams making some changes here. Brooklyn's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. On the floor for Detroit, Brady, he's in at the point. Andre Drummond is out there with Aaron Baines. Then it's Johnson, and it's Meeks in at the 2. And Jack, here we go. And he gets the bucket. Jack's got 10 points.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job. You know, the Nets really kind of drifted along for the first part of last season, treaded water. But after the All-Star break, they stepped on the gas, put themselves right back in the playoff picture.
First free throw is good. As you mentioned, the Nets were great after the break, had the third best record post-All-Star break in the East.
Yeah, and how about winning 13 of their first 22 after the break? And sometimes with a new coach and system, it takes a while to kind of figure things out. And that seemed to be the case with the Nets last year.
And both free throws good from Freak. You have to love the newest stadium in the NBA here at Barclays. Very state-of-the-art, outstanding facility.
Yeah, the Nets have a nice home here. I bet they wish they were stronger here at home. Finished under 500 last season with a record of 19 and 22.
They set the pick. And Jack, here we go. Rebound by the Pistons. Drummond's got 11 rebounds in the game.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboards.
Greg, and that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Nets trail by 11.
And, you know, guys, that 19 and 22 record here in Brooklyn certainly a stain for the Nets. I mean, they would be the only team to make the playoffs in the NBA last year with a losing record at home.
Jack with the 3. Jack missing again.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Out to the wing. Now, here's Meeks. He's tightly guarded. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Meeks. 11 points for Freak.
And with the Nets' struggles at home last season, they were simply outshot in this building. Also, they were the second worst in rebound differential at home, meaning they got killed on the glass here.
There's a screen by Robinson. Clock at 6. Sloan passes to Robinson.
And Thomas Robinson has been on a lot of teams here in his short time in the league. Not easy to find a spot when you're always getting moved.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Pistons.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Second free throw, no good. Pistons leading by 13. Here's Meeks. Basket is good, the assist from Johnson.
Well, I tell you what, getting out in transition has really been a big part of this run they're on now.
And the best way to pile up points in a hurry, just run and get your buckets before the defense can get set.
There's a screen by Robinson. And Jack, here we go. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Jack's got 12. And for Robinson, the trade's way on him as well. Clarkie said last season that he just wants to prove that he belongs here.
Well, you know, he's yet to find the right fit for a team, but the skill set is clearly there. I mean, he's an NBA player. There's no doubt about that. Looked great for Philadelphia near the end of the year as he got minutes with them.
And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Johnson. He's around 10 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
And guys, they're finally getting the consistency they wanted to see from him. Look for that to continue.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Here's a chance to take a look at the Pistons and how they rank in the NBA right now. 3rd in fewest turnovers per game, 8th in opponent points per game. And this is also what I would call a pretty solid offensive rebounding team. I mean, they've got a top 10 ranking in the second chance points category.
They don't make many mistakes. I just love the mental toughness. You saw 3rd fewest turnovers per game. Great decision making is so valuable, particularly down the stretch. Definitely a notch in their favor.
Andre Drummond is a big guy. At the NBA Draft Combine, he measured 7 feet tall with a 7'7" wingspan, and he tipped the scales at 280 pounds. That's a super heavyweight, my friends.
And on the topic of Andre Drummond, Greg, there are a few guys in the league who combine his kind of size with the type of athleticism he possesses. Fast up and down the floor, quick off his feet. Even sports a little hang time. I mean, the guy's got a full package athletic.
You talked about the raw physical tools. Then you factor in the 2 things as a big that I really value. Great hands and quick feet. And he's got that going for him. So you can't go through him. You can't go around him. And you certainly can't go over him. I mean, what's left?
We can only hope to contain him, as they say. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Take a look at the Pistons, right there in 5th position, middle of the pack in the conference. And checking out Brooklyn, 3 games behind.
And right now for Brooklyn, they haven't made any of the strides they were hoping to see prior to the season. Again, hanging around at the bottom of the standings.
Yeah, it's full makeover time now, guys. I'm sure they've learned their lesson that this roster is not one that can sustain any kind of success in today's NBA.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half. And guys, looking at Jarrett Jack, one word comes to mind: professional. I mean, he's as solid as they come. Tough, capable, experienced, and he proved it all again last season.
Talking about Jarrett Jack, he is especially dangerous at the end of the game. Not only does he make great decisions, Clark, he was a top 10 free throw shooter last season.
Yeah, experienced, tough-minded ball handlers and shot makers are always valuable, especially when it's winning time.
It's good, and the Pistons lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Sloan.
He might not get a better look than that all game. You have to get closer to him. He's not going to bite you. Get up in him.
Here's Brady. Here's Drummond. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Over in the corner, Meeks. Johnson, a wide open look. A 3-pointer off the mark. Nets trail by 9. The dish to Sloan. There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Sims, great pass to set up the lay-in. Sims has got his second bucket of the night.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Meets inside the three-point line. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for two. For Brooklyn, they have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10. And he can't get the first one.
Well, it's terribly frustrating for a coach when his team can't knock down their free throws. I mean, it really comes down to focus, routine, and stamina, especially in the second half.
And the Pistons making a change here. Bullock's checked in. It's Drummond with... And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 14 rebounds.
Oh, my goodness. He's just getting nasty on them now. Wow.
Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action.
Oh, no. Not the guy you want to put on the line, Kevin. He's an ATM from the free throw line.
For Brooklyn, they have made 8 of their 12 free throws in this game. And he makes the first. And he makes both free throws. There's 10 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. It's stolen by Jack. With 4 seconds on the clock, and he lays it up and in. Jack's got 12 points in just the second half.
Oh, how about the floater there? Nice drop.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's Detroit up by 4. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Pistons lead. Making some changes. Thomas Robinson comes in for Bogdanovich. And Jarrett Jack has subbed in for Donald Sloan. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Freaks checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. They've got Robinson, also young out there. Jarrett Jack is out there with Brook Lopez. And it's Kilpatrick in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Morris with a screen on Jack. And Harris wide open. He shoots. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And that's 13 points for Tobias Harris.
That's a huge three-pointer. He'd love to become a go-to guy for them here in crunch time.
This is DeYoung. 2 minutes. Pass to Kilpatrick. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And they take the lead. 14 points for Freak.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
And the defense is just not closing out quick enough.
Here's Lopez. The shot is off. The Pistons go the other way with it. 1:31 left in the game. Jackson drives in, and that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Ooh, he's playing hard, but you got to play smart, too. Get there too late, and that's a big whistle.
Bogdanovich is checked in for Robinson. Nets trail by 3. Outside Jack. The feed now to Lopez. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And it's Detroit's ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And trying to milk a lead, they got a little careless, and that's going to come back to haunt them.
Yeah, the pressure's starting to show a little bit here. Some chinks in the armor. can they regain their composure to close it out?
We've got 1:08 left in the fourth. Here's Kilpatrick, guarded by Brady. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
No good.
And they get the rebound, but guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
Yep, and the results on the scoreboard are attributed to how they've been out-rebounded thus far.
And Jack kicks to Lopez. Sinks it. A huge shot to tie it up.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
Jackson with it. Harris dishes to Drummond. Money!
Big bucket. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. No open threes.
Freak, you're the guy. So good screens, tight passes now. We need to get Freak a clean look. Execute, and let's put him away.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Over that last break, Kevin, I got the chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach had to say to his team. He told his guys, listen, we've got to make the most of every opportunity right now. We can win this game, but it's all about making every single possession count. Guys, we'll see if they can come back.
All right, Doris.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
And they go to the intentional foul.
You had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Outstanding work at the foul line to make this a 2-possession game.
Feeds it to Young. From the arc. Connects! And that shot brings them to within just one. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Jack. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot, no good. And so it's the Pistons who come out on top here. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. And we'll see you next time. But first, the post-game show with Ernie Johnson just a few aisles above us.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game. Andre Drummond. The fourth quarter was all him. It was like he couldn't miss, and it was just one basket after another.
Well, Andre Drummond asserted himself in a big way in this game. He is a terrifying presence, and tonight he was fully motivated and engaged. His rebounding on both ends of the court has always been sensational. The man was just a monster in the paint.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
What a life, eh, freak? 1 minute you're playing 21 and horse on the courts in Harlem, and the next moment you're in the showroom, configuring the gunmetal and graphite exterior of your luxury car and your iPad mini. Oh, I bet you get a crazy crowd when you drive that car around the block in the old neighborhood, huh?
Yeah, I'm living the dream. Mad pandemonium. But folks from back around the way are real proud of me.
Yeah, I hear you. Local kid makes good. You know, it kind of reminds me of when I took my tech stock public and I rang the New York Stock Exchange bell, and my mom's friends called her up and said, "Maggie, is that your son on Bloomberg News this morning ringing the bell?" And my mom says, "Yes, sirree, Bob, it was him." That was a great moment, freak. And you know, our lives are like a pearl necklace of great moments, all strung together with the finest silk thread of memories. And we have to be very careful how we cultivate those pearls and we thread that necklace.
Does this meeting by any chance have to do with Vic Van Leer?
I grew up in the burbs, freak. I wasn't poor, upper middle class, comfortable. My daddy worked as an accountant for one of the largest insurance firms in the country. Smart with his money. Mom didn't have to work. I went to boarding school. And my dad died of a heart attack when I was a freshman at MIT. I was a movie geek, wanted to be a civil engineer, but I made my fortune by becoming a hybrid of both those interests. My dad didn't want me to be an accountant. Oh, listen to this. My best friend was a guy named Isidore. Yeah, we called him Izzy. He was one of the smartest human beings I have ever met in my life. I mean, Izzy was taking second-year college calculus courses as a high school sophomore, right? Straight-A student, full ride to MIT. Izzy had the world at his fingertips. But he was always looking for trouble, and trouble found him. He ran with the wrong crowd. And when we got to MIT, he got this great job working for a financial consulting firm in Boston. But every weekend, he would fly to Vegas. You see, Izzy had a system for counting cards in Vegas that had the big casinos on the Strip. Oh, it's stymied. He would come back to MIT with suitcases filled with $200,000 in cold cash.
What?
Yeah.
So your man Izzy was getting hit off like that?
Like a fat rat in a cheddar cheese factory, freak.
Okay, so what happened to this dude Izzy? Because he's dope.
No, not dope. Dead. After he'd been missing for 3 weeks, the Nevada State Police never found hide nor hair of Isidore. And our friendship took a hit when he asked me to hang out with him in Vegas, and I said I wouldn't do it because I knew he was on a dark and twisted path in his life. And yes, he was my dude. But no way was I gonna throw my life away trying to show my loyalty to a guy who really and truly didn't understand what loyalty was all about.
So this meeting is about Vic.
Correctamente.
Okay, well, sir, Vic isn't Izzy.
And why's that, freak?
Well, for one thing, you and your dead friend Izzy didn't grow up poor. Me and Vic grew up in a neighborhood where we had to look over our shoulder every 2 seconds to make sure nobody was going to walk up on us and rob us.
True. Izzy and I did not grow up in the hood. But we, like you, thankfully grew up in a two-parent household. But even that wasn't enough for Izzy. He wasn't satisfied. He was always looking for a 5-alarm fire when he already had the warmth and comfort of a loving family. This is not about class warfare, freak. This is about the consequences of making bad choices and risking it all when you feel like you have nothing to lose.
Vic is like a brother to me, sir.
But you shouldn't be Brother Vic's keeper, freak. Would a brother go looking for trouble and put your career and your livelihood at risk by getting into fights at nightclubs and seedy after-hour joints and then scream to the media, yeah, it's all good, I'm an FOF, friendo freak. It's all misunderstanding. Y'all be haters, don't hate my game. I don't think a brother would do that to someone they really cared about, but a guy who looked at you like a meal ticket would.
No. So you don't understand Vic.
Really? I don't understand.
No.
Look, man, it was a misunderstanding with the guy in the next VIP booth. His honey started flirting with me, so naturally I started flirting back. Next thing I know, Captain Cornball's off my grill piece beefing. Next thing he know, he got a 2-piece and a biscuit on his left eye. Hey, I don't know who hit him. And it damn sure wasn't me. Hey, Captain Cornball's mad because I'm an FOF, friend of freak. Hey, but check this out, though. He needs to train that hottie before he leave the house, though. Yo, he's hotties ain't loyal, man.
What's there to understand? Are you freaking blind? You know, I just want to know, how much did you pay your lawyers to make all this go away?
Almost $100,000.
Excuse me, son, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said I paid almost $100,000.
Exactly. And if you keep riding shotgun with Vic, you're gonna go broke. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Look, Vic is my friend, and I grew up with him. How many times I gotta tell you, sir?
Freak, this is not a request. I am not asking you to do this. I am telling you to do this. And the first order of business is that Mr. Vic Van Leer is banned from traveling with you on the road. Vic is banned from the locker room. And Vic is banned from this arena. And if I catch this guy, Vic, in or anywhere near the facilities, Mr. Vic Van Leer will be arrested for trespassing.
Are you serious, sir?
Brother, I'm as serious as cancer. We all know that can be deadly.
You know, when me and Vic were kids, playing summer tournaments at the Dome, we always imagined making it to the pros, right? And after the crowds left, just a street light was on the court, like 11:30, 12 midnight, even 1 in the morning sometimes. We used to practice player introductions, running on the court, giving dap, high-fiving the teammates. Vic, he would act as an announcer. You know, he would introduce me and announce my name on the loudspeaker, and the Jumbotron would flash my image like a little guy dressed in long shorts and a jersey. And now, fresh off his 3-game, 62-point scoring streak, the youngest player to ever do so in NBA history, Frequency Vibrations. So me and Vic would sit in those empty bleachers at the Dome and dream like nobody's business. And now I'm living a dream. For real. And in so many ways, Vic was part of that.
Please, listen to me. I mean, I know this guy's your dude from way back.
Look, me and Vic go way back like the front seats of a '67 Cadillac.
That's good. We go way back. Did you say front seats?
Front seats of a 67 Cadillac.
We go way back like the front seats of a 67 Cadillac. Well, Jiminy Crickets. I'm going to be the hit once again at Herbie Allen's Sun Valley Shindig because my fellow billionaires love it when I walk and talk that talk.
So that almost sounds...
No, let me tell you exactly what it sounds like. I respect, admire, and most importantly, love you as a human being and a role model. But I pay you a lot. And I mean, I pay you a lot of money to play for my team. And I am in this game to win it. And you can't win it with an albatross around your neck like Vic. So Vic is done. History. And here's some more lingo that I picked up from a former megastar who used to play for me several seasons ago. Thought I would never release him until I did. And now he's the sixth man on a struggling team in Venice. And yeah, I'm talking Venice with the canals and the gondolas and Harry's Bar, not the street ballers next to the fortune tellers on the beach in Cali. This guy used to tell me when he thought there was a player destroying our team, don't be a hero, cut that zero. And that is what I am telling you about Vic, freak. Don't be a hero, cut that zero. The only thing Vic brings into your life is headache and unwanted and unnecessary negative attention. And it will begin to affect your mindset. And when it affects your mindset, it's going to affect your play. And when it affects your play, it's going to affect my team. And when it affects my team, it's going to affect my money. And if it affects my money, Google Translate will become your new freaking friend. I want a championship ring, freak, and I want you to help me get that ring. And banners after banners hanging from the rafters in this arena. So, freak, hear me clearly and hear me good. V, G, Vic, gotta go. Handle your business. And remember, that contract you signed contains a morality clause, a very important clause that revolves around your conduct on and off the court and how it can negatively impact my team. Now, I don't want you to have to learn Italian or Croatian as a second language. And hey, playing pro ball overseas, there's nothing wrong with that. But the arenas are nothing like this, nor will the money be the same. And on top of all of that, this is the U.S. of A., the greatest freaking country in the world. Ask yourself, is Vic worth all that? Think about it. Think long, think wrong.
Tell you about Vic. He has his bad rap. It's not, and I understand some of his judgments might shadow his actual character. He's not that at all. Man, Vic, let me tell you something. We actually, we have love for each other. We're brothers. Blood couldn't make us any closer at all. I mean, he has so much loyalty to me and to my family. You could see even Cece, has issues with him, but he still loves her. He still loves her.
We got Blake Griffin and the Clips on deck tonight. Going up against him, you almost just hope you don't end up on a poster. But I've never been one to just get out the way. I'm ready to step up, no matter the consequences. Gotta earn my stripes sometime, you know? Here we go.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Looking back to the last matchup between these two teams, it was the Clippers coming out on top against the Detroit Pistons.
How about the energy level defensively in that game? I mean, they made finding an open shot a very difficult task for their opponents.
And it wasn't just in the half court. I mean, I thought they were excellent in transition defense as well. They didn't give up any easy baskets because they always had good floor balance and got back after the miss.
So Detroit will get the first possession. Johnson comes in for Morris, and Freak subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And then for Los Angeles, Pierce comes in for Jeff Green. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. Taking a look at Los Angeles, Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan, and it's Pierce in at the small forward position.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Pistons dancers.
Let's go to our 2K leaderboard. Three-point shooting, where you expect to see some high percentages from the shooting guard position. And that's just what this group has provided. Freak is second.
These guys are gunners. I mean, they've got the green light at all times because of their three-point shooting. I mean, they are cash money.
Well, when they're shooting the percentages they shoot, I mean, you never want to see these guys passing up an open look from beyond the arc. I mean, they're firmly in the let-it-fly zone. All systems go with them. Boy, Doc Rivers keeps on leading his teams to successful seasons. A former coach of the year rarely has a season where his team doesn't meet expectations.
Here's Jackson, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net. LA's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Outside, Pierce. Redick with the three. That's good. Redick's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And Doc Rivers passed the 700-win mark as a coach last season. He's climbing the ladder in career wins.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know that Doc oftentimes gets enough credit for the type of coach he is. I mean, as a coach, he is well over 500 in terms of his career win percentage. And how about over 500 in playoff games as well?
Here's Pierce after the made shot from Andre Drummond. Shot from free throw range. The rebound by Brady.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Trying his luck deep. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 4 assists now tonight.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
The Pistons have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Johnson kicks to Harris. Inside, Brady. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Pick by Griffin. Ball outside. Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Jackson with it. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And for Tobias Harris, a resurgence of sorts last season, Clark, especially from behind the arc, where he shot a career high 36%.
You know, he'd only hit 25% from 3 the year before, Kevin. So, yeah, monster improvement in accuracy from long range.
And getting back to Harris, there's just so much to like about his game. He lives in the gym, has a tremendous feel for the game, and he knows how to maximize his production within those athletic limitations.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Aaron Baines comes in for Andre Drummond, and it's Jody Meeks in for Jackson.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
And now the Clippers on the break. Redick's got the ball. Up top, Rivers. And Griffin, here we go. And stolen by Harris. And now the fast break. Meeks with the ball. The rebound by Pierce. Clippers leading by 3.
You know, the thing about Harris is he's a combo forward, extremely versatile. At 6'8", he struggles with size against the better power forward, and he lacks the athleticism of the better small forward. So to get the most out of him, you have to put him in the right matchups.
And it's Baines missing. LA's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Pierce, the pass to Rivers. That 3 off the mark. Pistons shooting at around 42% since the opening tip. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
When you're talking about the greatest clutch players ever, that list needs to include Paul Pierce. I mean, he slowed down a bit, no doubt, but don't let that fool you. If you give him any kind of look at the end of the game, he'll cut your heart out.
Well, Paul Pierce hinted that he could hang him up soon. He had that amazing run, has nothing left to prove in the NBA, and I would say of all the players in last year's playoffs, had some of the most dramatic individual shots we have seen from one guy in a long time.
He did, and you know, you forget he's done that really over the course of his entire career.
Sure.
Just kind of funny to see him doing it in a Wizards jersey, but you talked about it. He's going to go down as one of the all-time greats, no doubt about it. So many big moments over the course of his career, and also for all the kids out there, the best maybe footwork we have in our game. If you want to improve as a player, watch Paul Pierce's footwork.
Now here's Pierce. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
Oh, the turnaround jumper. That was just beautiful.
Here's Freak. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Guys, I caught up with Doc Rivers for a minute. We talked about how they can best press their advantages in this game, and he told me that he expects their shot blocking to play an important role. He said, listen, obviously we want to keep them on the perimeter as much as possible, but with our length and timing, we can also bottle them up inside. And Kevin, he's hoping that'll help them secure their second win in this season series.
Thanks, Doris. Well, guys, give us your thoughts on that.
Well, I think for a team that has the ability to control a game with its defense, that's where I would expect the focus to be.
And that's exactly right. I mean, if they're going to play to their strengths, they should be pouring a lot of effort into their defense. I think coach is coming into this one with the right mindset. Well, the competitive nature was on display early in the career of Pierce. I mean, he has willed his teams to win his entire career and is baffled by anybody who doesn't want to win as bad as he does.
Detroit making a switch here. Morris has checked in. Now here's Freak. He had 13 points in the win against Indiana. Lets it go with a 3. And that one's good. Freak's got his 3rd basket of the night. Clippers leading by 3. And here's Rivers. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. He kicks to Griffin. 4 seconds left. No good.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 3. And the And here's Freak on his experience as a one-and-done college player.
It was definitely a hard decision. I had to sit down with my family and weigh the options and really take the time to figure out what's best for me. It was tough. I mean, I loved my team, my coaches, and just the whole college experience, you know. But on the other hand, there's always a risk of injury, you know. I just felt like I was ready to take my game to the next level, so why wait? And I think it turned out for the best. No regrets.
Now with more and more freshmen, Clark, making the jump to the pros, we can expect to hear more stories like this, I'm sure.
Well, without question, Kevin, that's the case in the landscape.
And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Griffin's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Pierce comes in for Cole Aldrich. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Rivers in for Paul. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Rivers out there with J.J. Redick. Then it's Pierce. Then there's Griffin. And it's Green in at the 3 spot. They set the screen. Here's Rivers. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. That ties it up.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Rivers dishes to Redick. Griffin sets the screen for Redick. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
And checking out some numbers here for Harris. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month. He's averaging 14 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
Yeah, in every way, I think he's doing a much better job, and the numbers certainly support that.
Redick with the bucket.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Nets in Brooklyn.
And I don't care how much you grind it out defensively. When you shoot it that poorly, you're going to struggle to win games.
Well, it's not only going to be a struggle, it's going to be virtually impossible if you shoot as poorly as they did.
Pass to Rivers. It's Pierce on the wing. Down low. And Griffin with the score. The assist by Pierce. And it's a 5-point Clipper lead. Offense is what drives the Clippers, and they were fantastic at it last season. Easily one of the most exciting teams to watch with their high-flying and high-scoring act and #1 in terms of efficiency.
Yeah, and it's not just a flash for the Clippers on offense. You talked about their efficiency on the offensive end. Led the league in points scored per 100 possessions at 109.8.
Here's Redick. 10 points for him. Shot clock at 6. They kick it out to Green from outside the arc. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got his 4th assist in this one. Pistons trail by 6. Johnson in the corner. Harris kicks to Freak from deep. And that one's good. Freak's got 12 points in the game.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Green passes to Rivers. Launches a 3. Can't get it to go. And Detroit the other way now. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have. They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
There's the screen. They double him with Freak. There's the 3. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
You might not think of him as a laser 3-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
1:27 left in the first half. Tries a three. Another three for Detroit.
He is raining threes here tonight, and he is going to continue to stay aggressive.
As he should. I mean, when you're having the kind of day he's having from long range, you're doing your team a disservice if you aren't shot hungry.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Here's the three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Griffin's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Now here's Redick. He's guarded by Meeks. Redick with the bucket.
They've really flipped things around offensively.
Yeah, and anytime you can make more than half of your shots, you'll take that.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
The Pistons have hit just 2 free throws in 5 attempts today.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement, so that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
Clippers leading by 3. Outside, Green. They set the pick. The dish to Redick. To the wing on the left. They get it back. Puts up the baby hook and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. For Los Angeles, they have made 2/3 of their free throws tonight. 6 of 9 to be exact. That free throw good from Griffin. Good on both. Now here's Freak. He's got 15. And Meeks kicks to Johnson. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. Johnson's got his first bucket of the night. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. The Clippers on top.
Well, the offense has obviously been a struggle. What do you think you can do better to make up ground on them?
We just have to wait for the right shot, really. We want to get even with them, but too often we're trying to do it all in one trip. You stay patient, keep waiting for that can't-miss shot, yeah, we'll be all right.
Thank you for your time. This one far from over, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half. I'm not going to single out any one guy because we've gotten contributions from all over the place. I can't say enough about the work you fellas did coming off the bench especially. We were able to make an impact with our low post offense. Let's continue to exploit those good mismatches in the paint. The pace of the game, just to bring that up real quick, isn't a huge concern because I think we're suited to play at any speed. But somewhere in the middle of the tempo spectrum would probably be ideal.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams. A different look here for Detroit. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Reggie Bullock comes in for Harris. And Freak subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Cole Aldrich is checked in for Griffin. Pierce comes in for Green. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Rivers in for Paul. Great in its shooting guard. Aaron Baines out there with Reggie Bullock. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Rivers against Jackson. Rivers dishes to Pierce. And the Clippers miss again. The Pistons leading. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pacers was simply terrific. He ended with 13 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. Overall, just an incredible bonus for his team as he made a big impact coming off the bench.
Thanks, Doris. He had a heck of an outing that night, GA.
Yeah, he really did, Kevin. I mean, a very professional performance. Played hard every single second he was on the court.
Guys, that's what we expect from him, and he rarely lets us down, and he certainly didn't let us down that night.
Detroit making a switch. Meeks is checked in. Pistons leading by 4. Coach is liking Clark what he's seeing from his offense.
And shoot, why wouldn't he? I mean, guys, they're filling it up with ease, executing, getting quality shots. I mean, this is fun to watch.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
And there's another one for the Pistons.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Now, Redick, 12 points for him. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. Detroit with the rebound. Baines has got 4 rebounds in this game. Detroit's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Here's Brady. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Clippers trail by 6. Andre Jordan has been extremely productive over 7 years. That makes it even more unbelievable that there was some question, Clark, as to his commitment to basketball coming into the league.
Yeah, you know, on talent and athleticism alone, he would have been a top 10 pick for sure, but he slipped to the second round, and he's made good on it, though.
Here's Brady. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Rivers with it. He's got 8. And the wide open shot from Redick. Jordan kicks to Redick. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
He's certainly not been at his best this quarter. And that's an understatement.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Pistons. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Green, he's checked in for Pierce. It's Redick on the wing. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Redick's got 14 points.
And watching DeAndre Jordan, he's really refined his game over the years without losing the athleticism. He's that rubbery, long-limbed athlete that transcends age. And so far, I've seen 0 drop-off in his leaping ability and quickness, but no question he's improved his skills and IQ.
Rivers passes to Jordan, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points. 5th, the Clippers.
You know, when you make a mistake against this team, they make you pay. I mean, because they convert those turnovers into fast break points, and that really can be demoralizing.
Off the inbound, goes up off the pick, and Green slams it in.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
To the inside. Aldridge kicks to Rivers. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Clippers trail by 8. Outside, Green. Kicks to Redick. Now the pass to Rivers. And it's sent back by Drummond. Clippers moving the ball around. Aldridge can't hit. Great D that time from Brady. Pistons leading by 8. From beyond the arc. And it's Drummond with the jam. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
And, guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. But finding a way, 100% effort all the time.
And Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
Green up on top. Passes it to Reddick. A 3-ball. But they get it back. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up. And even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
Yeah, that's how it looked to me, and that's the call we should see here, but no harm in going back to the footage and making absolutely certain.
And they've taken a look at it, and they've overturned the call. They've overturned the call. They're calling the basket good, Greg.
Yeah, and that's why we have replay. I mean, to make sure the officials don't miss any calls. And really, a good job.
And the final period of play just about to start. Checked in for the Pistons. And the Clippers with a change here, too. J.J. Redick's checked in for Green. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Redick and Crawford, the sharpshooters outside. And it's Paul in at the 1 spot. Los Angeles with another miss. Pistons leading by 7. There's the feed to Freak. From deep. Here's Drummond, and he dunks it down.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Yep, and if they can maintain this energy level, their lead will be safe.
Dishes to Harris. To the middle. Here's Morris. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
A great job getting the ball inside right now. Coach really wants them to show some physical presence and toughness here in the second half. And that's exactly what they're doing.
Jeff Green. He's checked in for Jamal Crawford. Fans had a hard time finding their way to the stadium last season for the Pistons at the bottom in several home attendance categories last year.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, they used to go a lot when they were winning championships. But to be fair to those fans, it was hard at times to watch the Pistons play. I mean, they could get cold and really struggle on their home floor.
And so here are the Clippers. A 12-point game. Paul kicks to Griffin. Detroit with the rebound.
And for the Pistons, a lot of their woes here at home were due to defense. I mean, their 18-23 home record comes from allowing too many good looks for their opponents.
Harris against Jordan. Here's Brady, just 5 to shoot. Here's Drummond, and he gets it to go. Drummond's got 10 points in just the second half.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
Jordan the screen. Here's Redick. And the Clippers miss again.
And the Pistons, how about starting out 2-13 at home? I mean, they did turn it around afterwards, going 16-10 to finish out the season. At least they seem to be headed in the right direction. And, guys, the Clippers last year, they were okay against the Eastern Conference, but not spectacular. You would have thought that with how well they were overall, they would have just really feasted on the East.
As you said with the Clippers, Greg, they did decently against the Eastern Conference. But of the Western playoff teams, Clark, they had the second worst record against the Eastern Conference.
And, you know, things like that matter, Kevin. I mean, they struggled against Eastern Conference playoff teams, went only 6-10 against those teams last year.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Crawford's checked in. Paul with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Paul kicks to Griffin to end the run. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. 21 points for Blake Griffin.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead. No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Clippers trail by 14. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
Well, you see Blake Griffin, and he is known for his huge dunks and ability to score, but he is a very well-rounded power forward. He's one of the best power forward passers in the league.
And for Griffin in his passing, often you'll see him set up teammates, Greg, for easy looks and dunks.
And with the amount of times that teams have to double team Griffin, that's huge. I mean, even when he's not scoring due to defenses focusing on him, he can still impact the game with his passing.
And guys, Blake Griffin has got to be one of the more humble stars in the league. You rarely hear about off-court issues and interviews. He's engaging and comes off kind of as a regular guy.
That's the way it appears to me, Kevin. The young man has his head screwed on pretty tight and both feet on the ground. He started out as a class act, and he stayed one.
And talking about Blake Griffin, one of the more well-liked players in our league, but also one of the most teed-up players, top 5 in the league for the past 4 seasons. He's been ejected from several games as well.
And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Detroit.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
Know who you got.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
He hits the second from the line.
And, you know, getting back to Griffin, it's hard to stay grounded in this league. All the money, endorsements, ad campaigns, commercials, and so forth, that stuff can take you off track. But I think he's going to be grounded and maintain his focus going forward.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Blake Griffin doing all sorts of things. 14 rebounds, then his huge assist tally makes it all the more impressive.
You know what? He's the catalyst. He's the reason why this team plays with such harmony. And if his passing continues, they are going to be dangerous.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple. Let's throw it down inside or run some pick and roll up top.
Outside Jackson. Feeds it to Harris. Back to Jackson. Drummond with a screen on Paul. Jackson dishes to Drummond. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish. And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Pistons leading by 10. Outside Jackson. Morris, left side, shoots the three. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Morris has got 9 points here in the second half.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Pistons.
Good point, Steve. And Clark, they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
I like their fortitude, their toughness, particularly in terms of dealing with adversity. Anytime things didn't go their way, they just put their nose down and stayed with it. And because of that, they were able to pull away.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And the game they played tonight, purposeful. They wanted to get after it after losing the first game of the year against these guys. Big boost of confidence for them to even up this season series against the Clippers.
And while it's a team game, you can't win without guys showing up. And that was the case tonight for Reggie Jackson. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
And here is Paul. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. And now the award-winning Ernie Johnson will take it from here. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Reggie Jackson. He came out of the locker room at halftime and was immediately on fire. That third quarter was his, and he did not hesitate to exert his will.
Listen up, everybody. Reggie Jackson, he can bring it. He's got a lot of skills. He can pass, he can dribble, he can shoot. And tonight, he brought them all. He's a dangerous player when he's focused and locked in.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show. But not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.
The only color I care about is green, money. Now, you've certainly made some money so far, Freak, but it's time we make more money. I'm talking movies, TVs, endorsements, even your own brand Jordan sneakers.
I care about the game first, Dom. All that sounds great, but don't you think it's a little too early to be talking about all that?
Too early? LeBron was 12 years old in 6th grade when he was thinking Space Jam. It's never too early to take and make leaps.
I guess.
You guess? This isn't high school. This isn't college. This is the real world. And the real world is fueled by one thing.
Oh, money.
That's right. Money. Dollar bills, y'all. Why do you think they put presidents on them? Because that's what presides over us. I ever tell you guys about the first dollar I ever made?
No, Dom, but you're about to.
Yo, check this out. CC, this is a great story, right? So I'm 7 years old, Queens, New York, 1973. My older brother, Lonzo, he's got a lemonade stand. So that summer, I'm like, Lonzo, you know, let me help out. Let me make a couple of bucks with you. He's like, all right, Dom, come on. I'll teach you the business. So I'm pouring tons of sugar. I'm squeezing the lemons. I got the lemonade stand all set up. I'm like, yo, I got this, right? So I'm watching during the course of the day. I'm noticing something Lonzo's doing. He's not charging for refills. That summer, I convinced Lonzo no more free refills, and we make $2,000 plus tips. Today, Lonzo's Lemonade is a national brand and publicly traded.
Oh, wow. That's dope.
I'm not here to impress. I'm here to improve and to assist. I'm like the Italian-American Magic Johnson, running point for Team Freak.
No, 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 no.
The only person running point around here will be me.
CC, look at my watch. What do you see?
Not this again. I've seen the movie.
This is diamonds and platinum. Gold, forget about it. Silver, forget about it. This is diamonds and platinum. It's power and speed. Freak, this is what you have. You are on your way to being the biggest thing in the NBA. I'm proposing now that we dominate off the court as well as on.
I can't believe I'm saying this, Freak, but Dom has a point. You've been establishing yourself on the court, and now it's time to take it off the court. Brand Jordan sneakers, I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Listen, Freak, you're gonna have to decide the legacy you wanna leave. But I'm not some agent from the Yellow Pages. I'm Dom Pagnotti. I'm the man, the myth, the legend, the king, #1. I'm the best. And I'm a shark. And the Pagnotti shark is working for you. And we gotta set new goals and bigger goals, okay? I'm talking all-star game. I'm talking dunk contest. When was the last time you saw an NBA great in a dunk contest, huh? I'm talking first team all-NBA, first team all-defensive team.
What about social media?
Yvette, great idea. Social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Let's kick it up a notch. www.freakingandvibing.com. That's right, your own website. I've already set it up for you and it's running great.
Wait, hold up.
Listen, I'm in negotiations right now on a feature that will allow viewers to watch Freak and only him and his plays during the game.
Yeah, but you set up a website without consulting me?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
Last week.
Uh-oh. Oh, this is gonna be epic.
CC, I love you, but I got no time to waste. And you're out there busy doing whatever it is you're doing.
Whatever I'm doing, you know what? I'm really sick and tired of the disrespect. This is Team Freak, not the Dom Pagnotti Italian-American opera.
Cece, calm down, all right? Dom here, he's just trying to take us to the next level.
Look, Ming Ching, I don't even know why you're here when your job is to look good and shut up.
Cece, chill.
No, I'm done chilling. Between your clown agent and your gold-digging girlfriend, I've had enough.
Gold digger? You're the winner of the Lucky Sperm contest, and I'll have you know I am currently starting my own fashion line. I've already got model contracts from Beijing to Milan. Not to mention I graduated top of my class. Summa cum laude.
You mean thank you, Laude?
I don't need a man to save me or provide for me, okay? I got my own. Boo.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then why has all your success and fame coincided with your relationship with my brother? I mean, if you're really on top of your game, wouldn't that have happened before y'all even met? Right?
You know what, Cece? You're just jealous. It's okay, though. Why don't you just play the background, yeah? Enjoy the ride.
Y'all both done yet?
May I continue? Now listen, as far as movie properties go, I've already got a script based upon a story of your life, Freak, okay? So guys, check out these possible titles. Freaking and Vibing, Life and Times, Volume 1. The Freak Chronicle, Freak the Fast and Furious, Part 1 does it, and this one's my favorite, Freak, you're gonna love this. He got Pagnotti.
Whoa, okay.
You love it,
all
right?
Dom. Yeah, but look, you're the man, but you're not the man. Okay, you work for me. You have to follow my lead. I'm all for your ideas, but in due time. As for now, I want to focus on the court, and we'll discuss some of your ideas at a later date. Understood?
Yo, we're cool in the gang, bro. That's all you had to say.
All right, good. Thank you. Vet, chill. You cannot let Cece get underneath your skin. But on the same token, you cannot go out of your way to piss her off. I don't have time to be playing peacekeeper between you two.
You know what? We need to talk about this afterwards alone.
Fine. Cece, you need to hold this together. You and I both agreed long ago that Dom was the best agent for me. He has delivered. Are his methods questionable? Is he a shark? Yes and yes. But he is our shark. He's what's best for me, which means he is what's best for all of us. Your job is to bring us balance. Manage the team, sis. We all need to be on the same page.
You're right. But blood is thicker than water.
You know, I ain't trying to hear all that. I'm not here to hold hands. I'm here to win games and achieve greatness on and off the court. But in order for that to happen, I need everybody to be on point. Essentially, get right or get gone. Yeah, I don't have time to be teaching you guys how to work together. It either starts now or I find it elsewhere. Squashed?
Squashed.
Zucchini'd.
Mr. Dom Pagnotti. Mr. Diamond and Platinum himself. It's a love-hate relationship.
What do you think about people who see your brother as just a meal ticket?
Well, that's why I'm there. I'm the gatekeeper. Yep. I can smell it from a mile away.
When you take time out for your own personal life, do you have a personal life?
I do.
Where at?
I
think Freak is your personal life.
You can think whatever you want, mister. But, I have a personal life. Thanks.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think that should end the interview right now. Yeah? was great meeting you.
They stay there.